Hello class, long time no see, Miss Warren here, and I'm here to go over with you the parts of a microscope. I know a lot of you have learned about this before, but I just want to review and make sure everybody's on the same page. So when you find your microscope, it should be covered like this, and you'll take the dust cover off. Some of our microscopes have this handy dandy cord holder on the back. If so, the cord should be wrapped neatly around. If not, then the cord should be wrapped gently around the base, but not too tight. Okay. The parts of a microscope that you need to know are the bottom of the microscope that supports the whole microscope and holds it up is called the base. Okay. In the base, you're going to find this structure right here, which is called a light source or a lamp sometimes. In some microscopes, it's a mirror. In ours, it will always be an electric light source. Okay. You're also going to find two focus knobs here. On some of the microscopes you've used before, there's only been one. Our microscopes all have two. So there is a large coarse focus knob right here and a smaller fine focus knob right here. And we'll talk about how to use those later. The big one is coarse, the little one is fine. Okay. The big black square right here where you put the slide is called the stage. When you find the microscope, the stage should be all the way down, and you can move the stage by moving either of the focus knobs. The coarse focus knob moves it faster. Okay. On the stage, you're going to find two little prongs here. These are called stage clips, and they are for holding the microscope in place. Underneath the stage, you're going to find a structure called a diaphragm. They work differently on different microscopes, but they all do the same thing. They all limit the amount of light that's coming through the slide. Most of the time when you start, you want to make sure as much light as possible is coming through the diaphragm. Okay? Coming up from the focus knobs is this piece right here, which is called the arm. And the arm holds the body tube up here. It holds the revolving nose piece right here, and it holds all the lenses. So there are different kinds of lenses in the microscope. These kinds of lenses down here that are close to the slide are called objective lenses. And there is a low power one, that's the shortest one here. There is a medium power one, that's the middle length one. And there is a high power one, and that's the longest one. And they also have the numbers 4, 10, and 40 on them. That's how much those lenses magnify all by themselves. Okay, when you find your microscope and when you start, you should always have the shortest lens, the low power objective, pointing down towards the stage, and that stage should be all the way down. That gives you the most room to operate here without damaging any of the lenses. Up here at the top of the body tube, which is what you look through, is another lens. This is called the ocular or eyepiece, and it all by itself has a magnification of 10. So it makes things look 10 times bigger, just like the loops that we looked through in class. This is called a compound microscope because when you're looking through it, you're looking through two different lenses at the same time. You're looking through the ocular, which magnifies 10 times, and then you're also looking through whichever objective you are. And in order to figure out how much bigger the object is appearing, you have to multiply those two numbers. So the ocular will always be 10x, and then you multiply that times the number of the objective that you're on. So if this is 10x and this is 4x, then the object that you're looking at is 40 times bigger because 4 times 10 is 40. That's a review of all the parts and pieces of a microscope. Make sure that you know those for the parts and pieces quiz.